You can have the best products in the world, but if you don't communicate and you don't have the relationship, they don't care. They're going to go to the next person.
I'm Alex Wedgeworth. I am the district manager at City.
You know, I met this lady at Linmar and we barely had any contact, and then one day I told her, yeah, I'm going to be gone because I'm having a little girl, and we talked for an hour just back and forth about her nieces and nephews, and we just chatted. And I mean, I was an hour behind, but I mean, it was a great conversation we had. And then she was of course she was upset after I left being RSR, but she knew I was moving up in the company.
So I found City. They're looking for route drivers or route apprentices, and I thought, oh, that might be something that I'd be interested in. Did the route apprentice, and I thought, okay, this is cool. I got this down. Let's try a route. Route opened up, did that for about 6 months, and I thought, okay, I got this down pretty good. I talked to Ken and said, hey, you know what? I went to school for business management. If there's ever an opening, let me know. I'd be more than interested to interview. And he goes, okay, I'll let you know. Ken and Colin gave me the opportunity to be a DM, and I took it and ran with it, and I'm still learning, and it's gonna take a little bit to learn this one, a lot more than the other two. But once I get that down, then I can possibly move on to something bigger and better.
Well, hello.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I forgot to unlock it.
Hello. It's all right.
When you do that first impression, make sure that you look presentable. I mean, always go in with a smile, go in with a positive attitude. Right away, try to handle their concerns. A lot of it's just getting them the right information. This is your agreement, this is what we're looking for, giving them prices.
There's a pair of pants in there with a broken zipper.
Perfect. I'll get that
Tight
fixed.
in the knot.
Okay, perfect. I'll get that fixed for you, okay?
Yep.
Once the contract is signed, I find out what they need as far as uniforms, mats, or anything else. If I know the products, it makes it a lot easier to help these accounts out. Even if I meet them for 30 seconds and I give them my card, at least they know I'm out there trying to help Terry out or an RSR out, and that there's somebody else that they can contact or share with if they have any concerns or issues. I always believe if they're successful, that makes me successful, and if they're not successful, I'm not doing my job properly. After the sales and everything, you'd set them up and just keep in close contact with them, for especially the first 2 to 3 months.
Mark, get set, go!
I'm really good at fantasy football. I can do a Rubik's Cube in under a couple minutes. My dad did it back in the 70s when it was popular or whatever, and he had one. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna learn this thing. I think my best time was about 1 minute and 15 seconds, minute and a half. It's like little things like that are kind of fun, but most proud of is definitely my daughter. She's the world to me. I mean, you could have a stressful day and you come home and you look around the corner and she smiles and it's like, okay, my day's good.
For how much hard work she is, it's worth it. Don't, Dad. Don't kiss me. That's so embarrassing. Ah. What are you doing?
She says mama.
Yeah, we can sometimes get Mom out of it.
Growing up, it was always wanted to be in the movie theater industry and even film editing for movies, and kind of blossomed from there. Maybe one day I can do the film editing, go back to school, but at this point, that's not the most important thing in my life.
Maybe one day you'll be on the show, but the problem is I think when Jeff's done, the show's done.
I'm a Survivor fan. Woo!
Okay.
1, 2, 3, squeeze! Oh no! 1, 2, 3, AK-47 kitty. Oh no, oh no.
Hopefully we can get a house in Cedar Falls, and then she can grow up and start school.
Woohoo!
What is it about Alex that made you fall for him?
Not that.
That must be it.
He was a hard worker.
He is a hard worker.
In the next 10 years, I hope to be a bigger part of City Laundering, and I hope to keep growing within the company and make a bigger name for myself, just like my name. Really long name, really big aspirations. So, Alexander Michael Wedgeworth. I don't know.